Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Stony Ridge Farm. It is a gorgeous morning here in North Carolina, north central North Carolina, the foothills of the Blue Ridge Mountains. We're in the tractor already. Grab your coffee. Let's do some cows and coffee, guys. So we're live streaming right now. We're on Facebook and we're on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel, as well as the main YouTube channel, the Stony Ridge Farmer channel. Gorgeous day. Just thought I'd take you guys along with me this morning doing my morning chores. We're riding by the garden right now. I've got some hay on the front of the tractor right now. I'm taking a look at my plum trees as I drive by. I've been picking about, 20 plums per day. Getting a lot of plums. The honeybees are doing great. Just a gorgeous morning, guys. So I hope everybody's doing well. Let me know where you're watching. Where are you coming from? Love to hear from you. If you guys are on the main YouTube channel, we do more live streams over on the Cows and Coffee live stream channel. There's a link down there in the video description for you. If you're watching on your TV, you can just search Cows and Coffee. So, been really dry here on the Stony Ridge Farm for the last few days. Although the grass looks green, it's not growing. So I'm having to feed a little hay right now, which is not ideal. But I did happen to look up, and my stepdad was cleaning his barn out, and he's like, hey man, I got all this hay, I can't sell it. I need to get it out of the way so I can put the new hay in the barn. So I got the old hay, which is working out good. I'm stalling the cows up in this pasture. Thank you, Pet Plague of Badgers, for the Cows and Coffee YouTube link there. It is actually youtube.com / Cows and Coffee. So Pete from Florida, St. Pete, Florida. Oh, there you go. All right, looks like my gate doesn't want to open this morning. Do I have a gate opener in here? Do I need to run over? I've got a sensor that's gone bad. There's a sensor under the tractor right now. And that sensor, it got the trash truck stuck in here the other morning. But my car picks it up. I don't know why. I don't know what's going on. I might have to replace a sensor. It's underneath the road. It's buried underneath the road, and I think it's worn through bringing big trucks in and out of here. So, this is disappointing. I just want to go feed the cows. Back and forth, back and forth. How are the chickens? The chickens are doing great. Got a couple chicken videos coming out. Tomorrow you guys are going to love the Father's Day video. Typically I'll post a video on Saturdays, but today I didn't, so I figured we'd go live. We're going to travel all around the farm here in just a little bit. We're going to go see the outdoor kitchen, the garden, the honeybees. We're going to visit everything if I can get through this gate. I guess I'm going to have to ride out and hit the punch code. I've got a controller on my phone, but obviously you guys are on the phone. So grab your coffee. Let's have some fun anyway. I'm going to try it one more time, see if I can run over that sensor. It's a magnetic sensor. And it's, for the last few times, it's had an error that says sensor bad or something, sensor fault. That's what it says. One more time. Got a few gates to open today, so I guess this will just be par for the course. All right, let me run out and open the gate. That's funny. You guys hang tight. The only time I wouldn't have a... There should be a button in here. No button? I know I put one in here. Shame on me. Check the connections. Those loop sensors usually don't go bad. That's a good point. That's a good idea. Thank you, Eric. I don't know why it would have gone bad. Because it's covered up right there in the driveway, but something's up. Something's shorted out. I'll be right back. I'm outside the tractor right now. You guys can't see me. When we open the next gate, I'll be turning the camera around. Let's punch in the code at the keypad here. Watch the keypad battery be dead. There we go. Open el gato. That's my attempt at Spanish this morning. Open el gato, guapo. I'll have to do that again to get back in the gate, evidently. Oh, baby, gotta hurry now. I got 10 seconds. Gate stays open for 20 seconds. That's all the time I've got. Mike Wilson, $1.99 super chat. Thank you, buddy. Thank you so much, man. Any of you guys watching on Facebook, if you leave any stars, I'll be sure to go back and thank you. They don't show up on here for some reason. Can't be spilling my coffee. Alright. Can't see too good. Let's see what the view out of the front camera looks like here. Hang on. Stinking beard is so hot right now, guys. Let's see what that front camera looks like here. And back. Oh, yeah, you guys can see what's going on. Kinda. Let me adjust that a little bit so you guys can see where we're going and what we're doing. Let's see if that kind of helps. There we go. Alright. Away we go. Little Canada, Minnesota. Virginia is home for us. It's awesome, guys. Tommy boy, you like that shirt? It's a green day here on the farm. So again, I'm out here and I'm taking a hay bale up to where the cows are going to be. Actually, I should probably leave. Tomorrow morning. The cows off of the current really dry farm. We are not getting the adequate rain that we need to make the rat run. Sorry, we got a hiccup there. Instead of overgrazing parts of the farm, I am feeding a little bit of hay. I think we just went off of Starlink. That's what it was. Alright. Let me fix that to where we have better internet connection. It's going to be a little jumpy for a bit, guys. Hang on. Now we should be good to go. Hard to hear you, but morning from South Carolina. This is live, so it's going to be a little tough to hear me. Not quite the polished video that you normally get, guys. Odd, it's a bearded hen, and she has been here for several years. I'm the only farmer in the house. Says, Tommy boy, you'll be fine. Yes, sir. Recognize the shirt. I love me some Chris Farley. So, Wes, you could probably testify to this if you're still in here. Sometimes you got to feed a little hay in the summertime when it gets dry like this. And I apologize, guys. It's going to be a little loud in this tractor. It's just the way it is. I'm in medium. Let me put her down in low. Oh, that ain't going to make it any better. See them. Come on, baby. Hi, my name is TYM, and I don't want to shift gears. Come on, dude. It's stuck in gear. It's stuck in medium. Hold on, let me turn this around so you guys can see me struggle less. The program I'm using here to go live is called StreamYard. And StreamYard doesn't let me just switch front to back camera. It really is annoying. But I'm stuck right now in low gear. So I've got a gear shifter right here. Let's see if we can get it out now. Oh, there you go. Gosh. There we go. Pain in the butt. So let's get you guys a better view. I like the view out. You can see my mug later. We're going to have a little chat later on, but I like the view from right inside the cab here. You get a good shot of the farm. So what's everybody been up to? I'm sorry I haven't been live very much lately, but just the nature of things. It's been crazy busy on the farm, and as soon as I get done with the live stream, I've got to fix a busted window in my tractor. Now you guys see it's green, it's beautiful, but this is low quality forage. Very low quality forage. We're looking at mostly broom sedge or broom straw, and the cows, they'll eat it, but they don't like it. So they're going to be quite fussy. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to just move a few hay bales this morning. Just going to set some hay bales right here. And I won't have to feed, I'll only feed one bale of hay to the cows tomorrow, because they'll have plenty of green grass, but the next few days I'll need to set some hay out for them. So I just dropped 3 bales over the fence up next to the pond. Watching from the Philippines, doing pretty fine. What's up there? We need rain. Somebody says, you don't worry about ticks and chiggers, says Dave White. Dave, I do worry about ticks and chiggers, but right now all I'm doing is going in and out of gates, so I'm not wearing boots or anything like that. It gets hot in the south, and I wear shorts most of the time. So we're going to zip through the woods here. We're going to grab us 2 more hay bales and set them up here. Then I'm going to take the tractor on back. So hang around, guys. We got a lot more stuff to do. This is going to be about an hour-long live stream, and I promise you the audio and video quality will get better as the stream goes on. It's bumpy. We're in the tractor right now. And that's about it. Lily says, where is this place? We're in north central North Carolina. This is called the Stony Ridge Farm. It's a first generation farm project, you guys, that's, from the start, from its inception, for the last 8 years, I've been posting content here on the farm. For some reason, the view count has been way low, and here's what I'm seeing. The trend that I'm seeing is when we get to a point in politics where people think that they're going to need to live off the land, they start watching this. Well, you need to watch it beforehand. You need to watch way beforehand so that you're prepared, not watch after it's too late. It's kind of my thought process there. I don't know. You guys tell me. If you're trying to live a more sustainable life, this is the place to do it. So all my hay, we're going to get a little sun in your face here for a second. We're facing directly east. Give me 1 second. Let me come out here and fix it. right now my hay guy is cutting hay. So I kind of have to have the tractor close to the house on standby, ready for him to show up. These are not net wrapped. They're not the nice bales of hay like One Lonely Farmer bales. These are the, I guess you do net wrap. I don't know. By the way, new fan. You saw it in the newsfeed. Awesome, Lily. Welcome. Good to have you. Always good to have a new fan and the old fans. So anyway, as I was saying, the views have been down just a little bit on the channel. Still doing the same thing that we've always done. You know, I find that a lot of farming, ranching, homesteading type channels kind of lose a little bit of touch of who they are, and they start creating fake drama all the time. I'm not that guy, and maybe that's why I'm not getting all the views. I don't have a tragedy every other day on the farm. Sorry. But I do break a lot of stuff. Wheel LB says, I feel like your pastures are getting better slowly. My opinion, quality work so hard for. But steady. My opinion, you are just a year or so. I'm going to say we're... Oh, this tractor's loud inside. I'm going to say we're 3 years out from getting the quality of forage that we really need. I have about 80 to 85 acres fenced, and I've got about 55 animals, 55 cows. And that taxes the land. That pushes it a little harder than I should be pushing it. So the reality is I need to cut my numbers back. And by this winter, I will have cut my numbers back to about 20. So 20 cows. And we'll probably hang on to some steers. I know some of you guys are still waiting on me to be able to ship beef to you. I just want to let you know I'm doing my very best. I am at the mercy of what the government will let me do. And there's so many hoops to jump through in order to ship beef. And those Patreon members, I really appreciate you. We've got a co-op over on Patreon for folks that want to buy farm fresh beef. I don't know what the end game is. I know I've got about $6,000 invested right now in getting beef out to you guys. But I definitely can't break the law. So, Wheel B says, I'll be watching daily. Thanks, man. Thanks so much. That helps support the farm. Alright, we're going to go grab one more bale, maybe two. And then we're going to head on up and we'll show you guys around the farm just a little bit. Your experience before it's done, provide valuable information for farmers not yet born. I agree. Mallard 5+1 farmhouse in the house. Eric, where can I find your beef? You can't find it yet. But what we're doing is a co-op over on Patreon. It's patreon.com. Flag of Badgers, you can throw that link out there, I think. Patreon.com/Stony Ridge Farmer. And you have to be a paying member in order to receive notifications on the beef, but hopefully soon. My goal was to have it by Christmas, and here we are 6 months later. So that's how much trouble it's been. You guys don't know, the government is no one to mess with when it comes to food. And I've got, we've got our Amish friends up there. that have been fined for selling inappropriate food, what the government says is inappropriate. I don't know. I'm of the opinion that all the chemical junk that you buy in the store is bad for you, not the farm fresh goodness that we have here. So I have been selling locally just to get the freezers cleaned out. We've got three steers that are supposed to be going for butcher this year, but I don't have any freezer space right now. Processed yourself? No, I don't process it myself. Everything's done through a USDA inspected facility. That's what has to be done. Hey there, just dropped in to check out the progress. Stony Ridge Pastures, Tilted K. Good to have you. Looks like most of you guys are just getting up and heading out the door this morning. Don't just drop in, hang out for a bit. It's really hard for me to read a long comment. Will be, do you have any chance of additional land? Maybe nosy, but thinking of the channel. I don't know what you mean, thinking of the channel. Don't need any more land. I actually sold off some land a few years back, maybe 3 years ago. It's not really a land issue, it's a fencing issue. I've got it's a 150 acre farm, and there's probably another 25 acres of pasture that I need to fence in. This fencing is expensive, guys. Everything here is super expensive. It just takes time. The reality is that it takes a farm like this, 5-6 years to start earning a profit, and it's not a big profit either. So without the I get this comment a whole lot, but without the social media portion of the farm here, we wouldn't have a farm. That's just all it is to it. I say we, and I mean you and I. Sharing this with you is something that brings great pleasure to me. Okay, so this is the 3 bales that we will probably put out tomorrow after we move the cows into this pasture that we're looking at right here. And they'll have plenty of green grass for, I guess, probably 2 days right there. I'm going to go grab one more bale. I think it's a good idea. And another cup of Kickstart, says Dave White. How's the water well? Lots of running water in the past heat wave. Water is more than gold for a farm. All the wells, I've got 3 wells on this farm, man. We don't have any trouble. Dave White, I don't know what that means. And another cup of Kickstart. Coffee, that's what Dave means. Cheers, brother. I am totally out of coffee right now. Coffee maker was acting up this morning. My sister gave me a fancy schmancy coffee maker that you just push a button and it grinds the beans and it makes the coffee for you. It's called a Jura. And it's acting up. I'm going to have to do a little service, which means take it out and blast it with a water hose. Hopefully that'll help it. We're going to grab one more bale and then we're going to head on over and show you some more cool stuff. I'm on the fence about leaving this tractor in this pasture. And I think I'm going to go get the electric tractor and park it over here. There we go. In case you guys missed the video on the Select Track tractor, I don't know what's going on there. I don't know if that company is going to be out of business or if they're in business, or I don't know. All I can do is speculate. You guys know what assuming does for all of us. You know what? scraggly. No, I'm not going to get that. I'm going to get a better bale than that. That thing looks pretty rough. I'm going to take a couple bales and set them up here. There we go. Okay, going to get loud again. So everybody can see how green it is here. It's only green about 3 inches tall, 3 or 4 inches tall. The cows grazed this section of pasture about 5 weeks ago, maybe 6. And I came out behind the cows and I mowed it. And we haven't had enough rain to really get the soil going. This is where the sawmill was set up for about a year. Just going to send this bale right here. You see, that's where we just, the land clearing project, the most recent land clearing project is right there in front of us. We grab 2 more bales and set them up here too. Later on today, I'll bring the electric tractor over and park it in this pasture. We'll just use it for setting hay bales out. Good morning from South Boston, Virginia. Home of the Burton family, I think. Isn't you're a NASCAR fan? I think the Burton family is from South Boston. Big racing history in South Boston, Virginia. Grab a nice pretty bale. In case you guys don't know, the more you handle hay, the looser it gets and the more you damage it. So we don't want to handle hay too often much. This might be wasting a little time, but I'm just trying to be prepared for the next move. Tomorrow morning early, I'll get out and I'll move the cows into a new section of pasture that's probably 18 acres. Beautiful morning. I can't believe it's only 8 o'clock. Like I said, this is as close to a day off as I get. That guy. Man, I'm really thinking about leaving this tractor right here in this pasture. I think I'm going to scoop up one of the not so good bales. I'm going to park the tractor right here. Go back and shut the fence, shut that gate just a little bit. Let's grab one more hay bale. Asking questions and I don't read them out just because I can't see, because I'm bouncing too much in the tractor, but we'll be set up here in just a minute. Blackberries are coming out right now. Awesome. There's lots of wild blackberries on the farm. This again is hay that came from my stepfather when he cleaned the barn out. So the price was definitely right. I really thank him for doing that, for helping me out. I'm not typically feeding hay this time of year. But it's been so dry. Langa Badger says, I'm just trying to stay cool this week. He's in North Carolina also. It's just hot, man. It's just been really, really hot. Oh, that was a big hole. This is Not a good bale of hay. It's about to fall apart on the tractor. I think I'm just going to take this bale in and set it down. It's in pretty rough shape. Yeah, it's in pretty rough shape. Where are we going to set this thing down? I'll set it on a nice bare spot up here. It's going to fall apart as soon as I cut the strings on it. I can just look at it and tell. Let's get up here to a bare spot. We'll just set this down, and when the cow's got something to munch on, it's going to get real bumpy. Put it right here. It'll also help slow down erosion. A little bit right here. Yeah, I'm going to put it right there. Alright. Philip the Wise just trying to stay cool. Josh, wish I could do farm more full time. I only have 10 acres. Maybe one day I could own that much land. But it takes a lot more than 10 acres. It takes a lot more than 150 acres, to be honest with you. All glass. So that's the trash. expect to pick up glass for 15 minutes there. Trying to come out here and just pick up some trash out of this newly cleared section. Just driving, I can see multiple pieces of glass. That's a bummer. We'll leave that hay right there. It's a really not so good bale, but it'll help slow the water down that comes off that hillside. Southeastern Kentucky. Awesome. Have you? This early in the morning, I'm already cranking the air conditioning up. This tractor. Just glad I've got a tractor with air conditioning. Alright, we're going to ride on back up to the mega shop. My plan is to feed all that hay that you see in front of us over the next week, maybe week and a half. I found that if I roll out or set out a little bit of hay in the summertime like this, if I've got a pasture that's struggling, it actually really does that pasture some good in the wintertime. It's kind of odd. So next winter, or this coming winter, the pasture will be a little bit better. Remember, every time a cow takes a bite of hay, it's turning it into manure, which is helping us feed the land. I'm going to grab up one more bale before we head over here. There we go. Might as well, whenever the tractor's in motion, it better be doing work, right? Burning diesel. That's the nice thing about the electric tractor, and I know a lot of people don't like the politics of electric vehicles, but there's no more politics involved in an electric tractor than there is in a forklift at Home Depot, in my opinion. Well, we've got some serious haters on the electric tractor. They think it's made by Tesla or something, I don't know. We live in such a political driven environment. Let's talk about that, guys. I want you guys to share your opinions. Everything is politics. I don't care if it's your health, or if your health care, or your choices in life, what kind of car you drive. I mean, come on. We really need everything to be politics. Just do what you want to do. Isn't that what America is? That's what freedom's supposed to be, right? You do you. You do what you want to do. I'm just going to take this hay bale and I'm going to sit it right here by the gate. That way when I drive the other tractor over here, that electric tractor that everybody hates, I can just grab it and roll with it. Oh, it's so bumpy. Set that guy there. It's only going to be there for a couple days, so it won't hurt the grass. Can you guys tell how bumpy this is? I'm going to read your comment here in a second there. I got to jump out and shut that gate because the cows are in that section of land. Let's see here. Bill the Wise says it's safe to say our government as a whole is comprised of corrupt, lifelong politicians. It's always been like that. When did that change? Sounds like we are the same kind of hot. God, please help us. Fields Road says 102 for 2 days. Ouch. We live in a post-libertarian society. I think we live in a ridiculous society that takes everything they hear on the mainstream media. you guys think about that? I'll turn the camera around now, back to me. A bit of a chore to turn that around. There we go. Welcome back, Callahan Auto. Slam the door. There we go. Now, we're back. Shake, rattle, and roll. It was really bumpy there for a while. We're going to have bad service just for a second. Until we get out in the open again. We're down here in the holler, down in the woods. What western state just invoked some policy on water this week? Man, it's all about controlling everything. I want to control everything. We want to control where you go to the bathroom. We want to control where you sleep. We want to control what you eat, where you eat, and then tax the snot out of it. That's what needs to be done. This is my hype on my channel. I don't agree with it all. I don't agree. My county has a 7% sales tax rate. 7%. My county. The average household income in my little town, the average median household income was under $50,000 in my hometown. If you take 20% or 10% or 30% of all my income when I earn it, and then you take 7% of it every time I spend it, and then when I spend it on, I have to pay taxes on it every single year too. How on earth does someone go broke that way? If I did that, I mean, how do you go broke that way? How can you do that and live with yourself? I don't know. So it's all about growing your own food. It's all about raising your own food, growing your own food. Hang on here, let me get the tractor right. I gotta punch in the gate code so I can get through the gate again. But it's all about raising your own food, and they're going to figure out a way, guys, to tax us on that too. So we're going to figure out a way. They're going to fly a plane over or a drone over, and they're going to see you got a garden, okay? And then they're going to see, well, Josh doesn't spend any money on groceries. You know, Josh spends $100 a week on groceries, $400 a month on groceries. How's he doing that? We got to figure out a way to generate tax revenue from that, right? Let me punch my code in here. So, what are we going to do? If there's anything, there's a bunch of hockey, a bunch of bull. It's tax on labor. Literally taxing something that is not there. When is this going to change? Is it going to change or is it going to get worse? When's it going to change? So Idaho's regulating water. I knew Oregon was regulating water pretty bad. I'm up here watering, by the way. I hope I'm still watering. Yeah, the sprinkler's going. So when does it stop? So I grow my own garden. When I go to the grocery store and I buy 2 pounds of tomatoes, that's $4.99 a pound, which is probably 3 tomatoes. So let's just say for information's sake, it costs me $10, right? $5 a pound, 2 pounds of tomatoes. 7 cents on every dollar goes back to my county. I have to pay over and above, 7 cents on every dollar. So $10 is at 70 cents, right? So out of my $10, 70 cents goes back to the government. Out of your $10 that you earned, you've already paid $2.50 to the government. So I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't like it. I do get it. It's called theft. It's called thievery. It's called wrong. It's called mistreating our countrymen. That's what it's called. And I don't like it. I don't want to live that way. And I don't know how to escape it. The only way I know to escape it is to grow my own garden. I buy cans, right, to can food. And I grow my own garden. And then I can my food. And I keep my food for myself. When I raise I've got enough food in the house there to last me for a year, right? That's the only thing that I know to do. to keep from getting stolen, get my money stolen from me. I go buy a can of soup at the store, and I got to pay 20 cents in taxes. If I make the soup here, then I don't have to pay it. And if I had 100 cans of soup, look at the money that's just being stolen from us, guys. It's upsetting to me. It has been happening in California for years. Other states are asleep. This ain't right. We open the coal mining, natural resources. There is coal being mined. Grayson Faller says, R used to watch this YouTube channel a lot. Why don't you watch it anymore, brother? Can lids are so expensive you can't afford to can anything. $5 for 12 wide-mouth lids. Catch them on sale is all I can say. Let's hop out and take a look at the chickens real quick, guys. We'll take you over here and show you what's going on. So, you tuned in recently. My camera is dirty. Hold on. Wipey. There we go. You tuned in recently. We moved the chickens out here on pasture. I've already moved them from this spot to this spot. So it's been about a week. Typically the videos that I edit take about a week to populate, to get out there. But here are the chickens. Hey guys. So this is the mobile coop. We've got waterer right here. Chickens are a little skittish. We've got feeders right here. And basically they're just gonna hang out on this spot for probably another day, maybe two. And then we'll bump them one more section over. So eventually I'll hopscotch them all the way through. Hey guys, I see a rooster. I heard a rooster crowing this morning for the first time. That's the chickens. This is the egg mobile. And those chickens, some of them are meat birds and some of them are layers. Stop it by whom you vote. D, there's no stopping it. There's no stopping it. Nobody in my county that lives here would vote for 7% sales tax. Why? Why would they do that? Nobody in my county, it's our elected officials, nobody would do that. And they're not going to drop the taxes. My property value went up 60%, guys. 60%. Most of the people in my county, their property values went up 60%. It's a money grab and it's not fair. That's just all it is to it. Just take as we work. Here's my garden, and this is what I'm talking about, saving money on taxes. So you could go buy 2 packets of seed, 3 packets of seed, and plant all this garden for about $3. That's where it's at. So make yourself a little more self-sustainable if you possibly can. That's what I have to say about that. So what we got going? Your wireless mic is off. It's not off. Refresh your browser. All right, so let's check out the plum tree here. Look at this. We are loaded down with plums. I've got to get in here and pick. Ooh. Oh, there's one right there. I think that one's not going to make it. Yard snacks. Love it. I'll feed the rest of the chickens. So these are my layers in their permanent home. Hey guys, I've got chickens in various areas and we're gonna see. I don't think we've got eggs yet. Just a little too young. Yep, these are the American Breese chickens. I don't know. Oh, no eggs. Let's go over here and check out the honeybees and get that spider off my arm. So this is the first coop that I built on the farm. This used to be all garden and now I've made it into raised beds. Let's check out the honeybees, see what's going on. They might be a little grumpy this morning, but we'll see. And this tree has even bigger and better plums. Look at that. Oh, daddy. Okay. So the honeybees are looking great. They don't like microphones and like electronics. So we're not going to hang out by the honeybees too awful long. But we might take a peek inside the hive. Yep. Looking good. We've got sourwood honey getting ready to come out here on the farm, which is going to be awesome. Lots of sourwood trees. If you don't know what sourwood is, it's widely regarded as the most delicious honey that you can get. It's just awesome. I grew up on Dale Gribble, and he was speaking the same stuff. Audio's better since you got off the tractor. Yeah, it's going to be better. We're going to get back in the tractor. We're going to go up to the mega shop. I'm going to show you guys something cool. It hasn't made the channel yet. And I'll just tell you, I bought something interesting out of the junkyard. And you'll have to stay tuned to see what I bought. We're going to go over here and we're going to sit down in the outdoor kitchen. I wish I had another cup of coffee. But we're just going to chat for a bit. Whew, it's already getting hot out here. Power company's been working in front of the house, replacing poles right down there. They've had the road blocked for like 3 days. I think that's due to some free government money. Power company is replacing, they have a contractor out here, and they are replacing a bunch of poles that don't need to be replaced. How do I know they don't need to be replaced? Common sense, and I was a lineman in the Air Force. I know what a worn out pole looks like, and they're just replacing every pole, whether it's worn out or not. I think because some government funding came through for infrastructure. So why not waste it, right? I don't know where Buddy went. Let's see if we can get the dog to come with us. Hey, bud, what up? Here he comes. Go, go, go. Hey, dude. Go pee. Go pee. Go pee. Go pee pee. Buddy's a good dog. Sorry about all that noise. Buddy knows when he comes out of the kennel, and he can open and close the door himself. It's just cooler under the kennel than it is anywhere else on the farm for him to hang out. He knows he's got to go to the bathroom. Sometimes he'll walk in the woods and he'll do a little circle like, oh, I'm outsmart dad. And he won't go to the bathroom. He's doing it now. If I don't do this, he'll come right up here beside us where we're going to sit and talk, and he'll go to the bathroom right beside me. What hat are you wearing? This is, what is that? Gear Hugger. That's that plant-based lubricant. I thought it matched the shirt pretty well, right? So I did a video about a plant-based lubricant when I was in Las Vegas about a month and a half ago. And that video got 5 million views. It was some sort of, it was a lubricant competing with WD-40. 5 million views. So they sent me a hat. And they sent me a case of lubricant too. A case or two. But how much spray lube do you really need, right? Even if WD-40 was a sponsor of the channel, how much do you really need, right? All right, I need, I got a hay spike over there. We'll leave the hay spike on this tractor. I'm gonna run over these weeds right here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Now, all those people that thought it was so loud, it's quiet again. And I got a good plum right here. All right, it's so good. So good. All right, let's grab our hay string and toss it in the dumpster right there. And the mice love plant-based everything. Well, you're not really going to lubricate anything that mice would really eat, I wouldn't think. We will know how much when you show us your project. How many cows are we up to? Almost 55. I think it's 53. Oh, Hey, buddy. You come see everybody? Sit. Are you very good? You want to shake it? Yeah, good boy. You want to give me the other hand? Yeah, good boy. Want to lay down? Down. Oh, foot hugs. Okay, foot hugs. Buddy's a great dog. Great dog. I need 2 hands to get all that glass out of this thing. I'll have to get it later. You guys want to see the new project? A new fun? I am going to get this hay string out. How's his hips? He's still hurting. He's better. I've got a supplement that I've been giving him, but that was the seed. You can see him. He's still got a little limp. You doing good? You feel better? Do you feel better? Huh? Good boy. He's doing better, but another Jeep? No, not another Jeep. You guys are going to like this. There's going to be more on the channel here coming soon, but it's not a Jeep. I need to get that Jeep finished, but instead, I did this. We'll raise the door up here. Welcome to the mega shop. Behind me is the project. First one to... Nobody can guess it's just Jeeps. It's not another Honda Element, thank goodness. What is that? Let's turn the camera around so you guys can see what I got. This was an impulse buy, but I have been talking to a good friend of mine about buying a race car for quite some time. And this is it. So this is the coolest go-kart anybody could ever want. It has a 355 quote unquote NASCAR motor in it. It is a late model stock car chassis with a 4-speed transmission and a 355 500 horsepower go-kart. That's what this is. This is a 500 horsepower go-kart, pretty much. Stripped down Corvette, looks like it. So it was a circle track car, asphalt car. A few things that need to be addressed, and we'll be addressing those on the channel. The radiator is not mounted. I don't have a fan. The radiator has a hole in it. I've got a new radiator. The engine runs great. It really does run great. The fuel cell is a little bit rusted. I bought this from a guy that runs a scrapyard, and I found it on Facebook Marketplace. The fuel tank has got a little rust, but it's got a bladder in the inside of that. So I've got to replace the fuel tank. I've got to replace the radiator, get the cooling system dialed in, and I've got to replace the tires. And I think I'm going to put some off-road tires on this thing and make it a go-kart for zipping around the farm. What do you guys think? I don't know. I could take this. I've got a good buddy. His name is Nathan, and he races open wheel modified. And he said, man, you could probably take this to the track on a test day and get it dialed in. I mean, you really could. So that's that's it. Make it 4-wheel drive and run it through the field, says Dave. Good gracious, what a chore it would be to make that thing a 4-wheel drive. I think we're just going to keep it 2-wheel drive. Don't need to supercharge it. It's 500 horsepower. I mean, it's pretty insane. You guys want to hear it run? Anybody want to hear it run? I think we should hear it run. Should we fire it up? Let's turn this camera back around. You guys think we should fire this thing up? See what you think about what it sounds like, right? I don't know. What do you think? Should I fire it up? I think I should fire it up. Oh. Lost you there. We get bad service in the shop too. Let's hear. Okay. Let me try to climb in this thing with flip-flops. Whoo, I'm a big boy. Oh, it's hard to get in and out of a race car, but I think I got it. Oh. Okay, we in neutral. Power on. Power on. Tap the gas. It is a race car. The timing is set as a race car. It's set up to run. So it doesn't like to sit there and idle. What do you guys think? Glad it's not electric. Oh boy, more politics. Why is electric so bad? Why is electric so bad? I got electric fans down here. I got electric drills over here. I got an electric tractor over there. What is wrong with electric? The dog got scared and ran off. Whether you could tell or not, that thing is super, super loud. Put some Lucas in the gas tank. It's got Sunoco red racing fuel in there. It costs like $7 a gallon for that stuff. So let's go out here and sit and have a little chat. And you guys can ask any questions you might have about the farm. We got 230 of you in here. Everybody hit that like button. Only 70 likes. All right. So you'll see this in a future video. I just put down straw right here. This is the wrong time of year to put grass seed down. But what I've got going is I have to get some root structure in here before the next rainstorm because it's going to wash and I don't want it to erode. It's all smoothed out. You'll see that in a future video. It's all smoothed out and nice, but I've got to get some root structure down. So if I don't, then I'll be in deep, deep trouble next time it rains. So let's get ourselves all set up here where we can have a little fireside chat. Maybe. Cows are mooing. They don't want hay this time of year at all. They just don't. All right. Now, sounds like fun. Just don't have adult beverages and ride through the pasture now. Visit your barber, Dave White. Take that car back. It's only, I think I paid $2,300 for it. So, fix the rust bucket. What's your thoughts? Any more on the septic system? So, we are right here. Hey, buddy, go play. Go get the possum. Go get him. Or you can come here and give me a hug. Yeah, you want to give me a hug? Here he comes. You want a hug? Come on. Give me a hug. You stink. Yeah, you stink so bad. Okay. Cow chaser. Any more in your septic for the barn dominium? Same reason no one wants an old electric fork truck. It's not a lifetime purchase. What's your plan with the building and shop? So the plans with the shop haven't changed at all. It's just a matter of time and money, guys. In case you don't know, and I'm sure you probably do if you follow the channel regularly, the farm is no longer a 2-income property. It's no longer a 2-income farm. It's a 1-income farm. And that means I got to tighten up the bootstraps a little bit when it comes to the shop, and that's just the long and short of it. So I've tightened up my wallet just a hair on the shop. What you doing, boy? Lay down. There you go. So anyway, it just takes time and money to get this done. Hey, bro, what you doing? Lay down. There you go. He's gonna get in trouble. What are you doing? Why don't you go play? Huh? He's like, I'm free. So anyway, that's the plan. Currently, I've got to draw up plans for the barn dominium for the inside finished portion of the shop building. I've got to get the septic system in. That's a $5,000 expenditure, probably $5,000 to $7,000 expenditure. I just got done putting the roof. We're on the outdoor kitchen right now. I just got done putting the roof on the outdoor kitchen, and that was a pretty heavy expenditure. And believe it or not, for the second time now, I've paid the farm off. So I paid the farm off with dual incomes before. Me and Miss Stony Ridge did, or Mrs. Stony Ridge at that time, and got the whole farm paid for. Then trouble struck again with the relationship, and I had to take out a loan, another loan, and basically in order to pay her off. So the farm is completely paid for again. Now I can start living again a little bit more, which is cool. Yeah, much cooler. So all that being said, the plans with the mega shop that we just walked through is a living space in the upstairs. I've got to get all that drawn up, got to take those plans to a truss company, and we're going to have trusses, special trusses made so that I can have a full 28-foot span in each bay. So there are 3 bays. Each bay is 28 feet. 4 bays. Each bay is 28 feet. So the bay that I'll be living in, hopefully at some point, will be 28 by 50. That's the goal. Probably a lot cooler under that roof. It is much, much cooler. And the concrete's cool. That's why my buddy's laying down here with me. You have enough equipment for 750 acres. Buy some wood lots to offset hard times. I wouldn't say that I have enough equipment. People say that a lot. I don't think I have that much equipment. I just have several tractors, but it's not like $400,000 pieces of equipment here. We're just talking about some tractors. The big TYM tractor I mainly use for mowing and dragging the drag harrow through the pasture. And the other tractor, move hay. It's kind of a utility tractor. I do some spraying with it. The John Deere is a dedicated backhoe now. And man, if you don't understand what I do here on the farm for a living, is I show you equipment. That's what I do. The race car isn't, to the average person, it would be a liability, but for me to get out here and wrench on it and work on it and play on it and enjoy it, it is not a liability. It's something that's fun, and it's something that it's entertainment, and that's what it is. I mean, it's entertainment. Make no mistake at all, if it weren't for what I built on social media, this farm would not exist. Just make no mistake about it. I mean, and I've been very transparent about that. Absolutely. So this is not just a farm. This is a tool show. This is an equipment show. This is a cooking show. This is a rural lifestyle channel. Therapy, exactly, says William. That's what it is. So getting out here and enjoying. That's what your content creators are out there doing is all day long, every day. It's you guys any of you heard of the book Purpose Driven Life? Anybody heard of that book? Well, I have a saying, it's called content driven life. And it really is a content driven life. 80% of what I do here is build and film content, building the things that I love and enjoy, sharing those with you, and creating content. So that's what I do, and that's what pays for everything. That's what buys all the oil filters from Callahan Auto. Who says this? Christopher Mitchell says, you're a great role model, and my dream was to own my own farm. Relationship trouble as well. I'll tell you one thing. If your partner or spouse is not on board for doing what, building your property or moving to the country, don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. And if that's the only move that you feel like you can make and you're unhappy with your partner, people change. People just change. They just do. Was Miss Stony Ridge unhappy living up here? I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. She would never admit to that. But behind the scenes, there are more troubles with that relationship than I'll ever talk about on the channel. There were just so many things that went on. You have some diversions like race car for your own enjoyment. God knows you worked hard enough for it. Thank you, Wheelby. Gerald says, Josh, where do you see yourself and your farm in 5 years? Man, Gerald, I am so super blessed, dude. I am so blessed, and you guys are so blessed also, I would say. We're all so blessed to be able to do the things that we enjoy in life, and I'm blessed to be able to do what I love for a living. Super blessed, and make no mistake, every day I think about that, like pinch myself that I'm able to get out. And it's hard work. Everything's hard work, but I'm super blessed. 5 years, I'll still be doing exactly what I'm doing right now. Who knows? We'll have the mega shop will have come a whole lot further. Maybe living up here in the shop in 5 years for sure. That's my goal. Keep raising cows. I want to incorporate some hogs. I want some pigs on this place. Why in the world does this turn off and on? I've got a pressure switch issue with my well pump up here. Yeah, so I want to have hogs. I want to have sheep. I want to have cows. I want to, in 5 years, I want to have the whole farm fenced. That's the goal. So that's where I see myself in 5 years. And honestly, guys, I'm 46 years old. Look at the gray in this beard. When I started the channel, I didn't have that. Okay, when I started building the farm, I didn't have that. I'm 46 years old, and that's not far off from retirement, and I better buckle down and start saving for retirement. Saving in many ways. Saving by building what I need to be self-sufficient and to be able to live without money. To have money saved, but to be able to live without it. That's the goal. So that's my 5-year plan, is within 5 years, I hope to have no more debt whatsoever, no more car debt, no more truck debt, no more tractor debt, no more equipment debt, no more debt on the land, no more debt on the house, to get completely free of debt, no credit card debt, and to build the farm and the home here, the place, to be totally self-sufficient. So that's it. Jay says, I really enjoy your video and insight on the Dan user piece of land clearing equipment that helped your neighbor clean up saplings and small trees. I have 80 acres in the Ozarks. Go rent that machine. Don't buy it. Go rent it. If you can rent a tree puller, go rent the tree puller. I'm just going to say it. That is something that you'll use so infrequently on your property. It's like owning a backhoe. I've got a backhoe in the back of the John Deere tractor over there. It's a Woods BB 100 or something like that. BH 100 backhoe. Go rent that. Go rent a Mini X. If you need to dig trenches on your farm, go rent a trencher. Unless you're just going to constantly be using it, it just makes no sense. Or you buy it and rent it out to people. Like the backhoe on the back of the John Deere, I could easily rent that tractor out for $300 a day, something like that. So, Wheel B says sustainable revenue streams with as minimal attention as possible. I agree, brother. I agree. New subscribers, go back and see what you started with. The transformation's outstanding, says Plague of Badgers. Farmers don't retire at 65, LOL. Nope, they don't. As a rule of thumb, I believe you should have woodlots that you can sell lumber from in a pinch. There's a very common misconception about the price of lumber and what you have with lumber, like what you can get with lumber. So the misconception is that, okay, so I bought a sawmill, and here's what'll happen. So how do I sell lumber right off of the sawmill? What do I do? Well, I got to have a $40,000 building to store my lumber in. I don't have a dry kiln to dry the lumber. So either I've got a specialized customer that says, I post something online and I say, I've got red oak and I'm getting ready to cut it, cut to order if you guys want to come out. Then I get 50 emails from 50 different people that don't show up to the farm to buy the lumber. It's not worth it. It just isn't worth it. So The misconception is if I have 5 acres of timber out here on the farm, right, that 5 acres of timber is going to bring some astronomical amount of money. But in the reality of all this is that you've got to pay a percentage to the logging company. So you don't make that much. I cut timber on 100 acres here, and I made like $48,000. 100 acres of timber cut, $48,000. So it wasn't big, mature timber. What I'm saying here is the trees are worth more to me standing there looking beautiful, shading the cows, providing habitat for the farm than the lumber value. Okay, that's just it. So let's see here. 46 is when I started needing reading glasses, says Gary. Dude, I'm with you, man. So with you. There is nothing like picking up a pill bottle or a box of cereal, and I'm a label reader. When I go to the grocery store, it takes me forever because I pick up everything and I read the label. I want to know what's in it. I want to know everything. And there is nothing like picking up something like this, like tub of towels, and squinting down trying to read. Like I'm trying to read your comments right now, and they're so tiny. Yeah. I've crossed over into the land of the readers too, man. We're by you and finally had a decent thunder cell come by this morning and rain for about 30 minutes. Oh, man, I'd just love to have that. I don't know how close you are to me, but we don't have a cloud anywhere in the sky right now here. It's supposed to be, I think, 93 degrees here today, something like that. As a rule of thumb, you can sell wood on the wood lot. So that's the problem with having wood and trying to sell it. High dollar equipment like that should be rented unless you use it to make a living, says Wheel B. Facebook Marketplace is a bunch of window shoppers. Nothing worse than getting up with somebody on Facebook Marketplace and this is a person. Their profile's right there. It's not like Craigslist where you can't tell what the person is. And is this still available? I don't know. Have you guys ever sold anything on Facebook Marketplace? It's horrible. It's horrible. The unreliability of people. People don't stick to their word. They don't answer you. They don't do what they're supposed to do. It's just horrible. What happened to that storage container you had for storing lumber? It's sitting right over there. In fact, I need to open the doors on it today. I haven't opened the doors in quite some time. Time for some coffee. Guys, if you're watching on the main channel, the main YouTube channel, we have a live stream channel called Cows and Coffee. There's a link down in the video description for you guys. Busted out for years at Camp Lejeune. North Carolina is a beautiful state. I'm just reading your comments. I'm never going on Facebook, says DB Douglas. Facebook Marketplace is pretty cool. I will say that I don't post on my personal Facebook. I don't post a lot. I post every video that you see on YouTube here. I post over on Facebook. It's typically a few days behind. Okay, so something's wrong with my well pump. I just heard it. All of a sudden the pressure will just go boop and just totally drop off. I got to watch that here in just a minute. So anyway, Facebook Marketplace is full of scammers wanting to do digital dealing. Yeah, you just ignore those people. I mean, you can tell what's real and what's not real. And if somebody gets on your profile and says, "Oh, I love your profile so much. If you don't mind me asking, I want to be your friend." Report those people and block them. Guys, don't fall for that. Don't fall for that. How's the dating scene? We'll talk about that in a second here. You still have Dad's Bronco? Yes, it's still in there. Yep. My rule of thumb is I can meet you at Sheets. Everybody has cash. We can do business. Otherwise, cannot do. Is your wife now loaded after being paid for the farm? How's the dating scene? Well, we can talk about that stuff real quick. We've been divorced for 2 years. I had to get a loan about 1.5 years ago in order to finish building the shop building. Is she loaded? I don't know. It's none of my business. Um, I hate that any of that happened. I didn't want it to happen, you know. Um, so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. So she works. That's it. We couldn't work together. And how's the dating scene? I am dating somebody who's very nice. I like her a lot. We started dating um, back in January, late January, and she's a fitness trainer that I met at my local gym. Hence, one of the reasons why I like to go to the gym, so I can get off the farm, go dedicate some time to exercise and stretching and keep my back from hurting and beat the belly down as best I possibly can. And anyhow, she was one of the most fit uh, young ladies at the gym, and I just walked up to her and started talking to her and being myself. And we've been dating for quite some time, since late January, so close to 5 months ish, something like that. She's a nice, very nice person. I like her a whole lot. We've kind of jumped in. She's a very busy person as well as I am, so we kind of jumped in head first there for a little bit, and we burnt each other out. It just takes a lot of time to date, and I don't have a lot of time, and she didn't have a lot of time. So we see each other 1, 2, or 3 times a week now, and it's good. It's a good thing. If you could only have one tractor on the farm, what would it be? It says Gator Tail. Gator T-Tail. I thought about that because I thought about thinning the tractor herd a little bit. The John Deere tractor, I need to get rid of it. I mean, I honestly, and I bought that tractor brand new. It's got the most hours on it. It's got like 990 hours on it. I would like to get rid of that tractor. If I could have, you need 2 tractors. I've got another tractor that's coming also, and you guys will see a future video. I've got a Ford tractor coming. You need 2 tractors, sometimes 3 tractors. So most essential tractor to the farm would probably be the one that we rode around in this morning, the TYM 574. I do wish that it was about a 75 horsepower tractor. And if I had a 75 horsepower tractor, we could probably get rid of the big one, the Big T. That thing drinks a lot of fuel. And that's the TYM T1104. It runs that batwing bush hog like nobody's business, but it burns a lot of fuel. It really does. It saves me a ton of time, but if I had a 75 horsepower tractor, I could pull that batwing and I wouldn't need that machine. So here's my thought process. At some point, I'll probably get rid of the John Deere, the T1104, and the 574, and just buy one tractor that's 75 to 80 horsepower, and it'll probably be a Kubota. That's my thought process. It will probably be a Kubota from my friends at Rocky Mount Tractor, but I've got to get all that stuff piled up in there, either a Kubota or Deere. It could be a John Deere also. It'll be a cab machine, and it'll be something with a warranty that's going to hold its value and a lifetime purchase probably. So open the doors with us, Josh. Love the content. The beard is back. Yep. You and Mike from Our Wyoming Life going through the same thing. Mike is going through a harder time than I am. 100%. Mike is going through a much harder time than I am. I've talked to Mike on the phone. I've actually hooked him up with a good friend of mine that lives in Gillette, Wyoming, near Mike. I think Mike has got a great job. If you guys don't know who Mike with Our Wyoming Life is, great guy. Unfortunate that Our Wyoming Life is the name of the channel, and their marriage is dissolving. And I don't know why. I didn't really talk to Mike too much about it. I'll see Mike later this year. I go out west at least once a year, so I'll be going out to Gillette and visiting my friend and also seeing Mike, and I'll talk to him over a nice cold evening beverage about all that. But thoughts and prayers go out to both Mike and Aaron and the children from Our Wyoming Life. Just great people. But this lifestyle drives marriages apart. Social media lifestyle, creating content is super stressful, guys. It's super stressful. It's super demanding. if you let up for just one bit, it's not like going into work and punching the clock and or being a member of a management team somewhere. It's a creative process that is very, very taxing on not only on your brain, but on your body and on your mental status. So it's very, very taxing. So thoughts and prayers to go out to Mike and Aaron from Our Wyoming Life. Great people. Good morning from Amish country, Winesburg, Ohio, Berlin Valley Stables. Good to have you. That was one of the last trips to Ohio. The folks from Berlin Valley Stables, we got to meet them up there in Ohio, and I think it was in Sugar Creek, Ohio. That was fun. It was good to meet you guys. That sprinkler just went again. I got to figure that out. Squirrel. One of the ways to tell if a seller is a scammer is to look at their post. Yeah, you just go through and protect yourself. Be smart. I'm a 574 person, says Mike Wilson. Hey, Josh, glad to see you again. Ivan Sharp says, had a heart attack last month. Thought I had cancer. Wow. All I can do is watch YouTube. I'm sorry, buddy. I'll take the Ventrac off your hand. Oh, we don't even consider that. That tractor can't go anywhere. If anything, a second Ventrac. What tedder do you have? I don't have any haymaking equipment whatsoever here on the farm anymore. No haymaking equipment at all. Look at the amount of animals that I'm having to sustain at the moment and the amount of land that I have. I just don't have any use for haymaking equipment. The hay on the farm costs me somewhere in the neighborhood of $8,000 to $10,000 per year. We're going to start stocking up for wintertime over the next few days. And you'll see some video content on that, what we do, how I stockpile the hay. But I don't have any haymaking equipment at the moment. Wait till them pastures are 3 times thicker. There you go. Love my Kubota 6060 cab, the only tractor I have. Mike was the heart and soul of the channel. Philip, I will 100% agree with you. When's the Sawmill Sunday going to get back in the scene? Maybe fall. Yeah, probably fall. I will 100% agree with you, Philip the Wise. Mike was the driving force behind the Our Wyoming Life channel. I like the way that Mike explained things. I like the way that Mike did things. Just a wonderful guy. That's all I could say. And both of them are just wonderful people. Last time I went out to see Mike and Aaron, I only saw Mike. I didn't see Aaron. I have no idea. I can't even speculate as to what drove their marriage apart. I don't know. But they are 2 great people. And just because it's the same thing with me and my spouse. Me and Miss Stony Ridge. It doesn't. You can put 2 good people together and they can't get along. Sometimes one good thing and the other good thing combined doesn't make a better thing. So, pump is turning off. David says, pump turning off and on, seeming to cycle, perhaps check valve replacement in the future. This is a brand spanking new. This is the first time this well pump has ever been used. I'm going to say it's a pressure switch issue that needs to be adjusted. And when I get off of here, I'm going to go call my well guy and be like, hey, man, how do I adjust the pressure switch on this thing? Because it's running, and then boop, and it drops off. Pete R. says, rewatched one of your early videos. Unbelievable how much progress. It has been a ton of progress here. Tons of progress. Gator Tail Ellen, are you still using the rock removing attachment? That thing is pretty cool. We just got 10 acres over here close to New Orleans. I am. And Alan Mark Russell just said, yep, most likely a pressure switch. So I am, and it is broke. It's broken. If it weren't broken, I'd be out here all day long picking rocks up right now. I've got to shoot a video repairing it, and it's too hot. It is just too stinking hot to film. Cameras, when it's above 80-something degrees, I have to get out here early in the morning at sunrise to film anything, because if I don't, or I have to film inside the shop, if I don't, the cameras melt down. They just overheat and melt down. Totally melt down. Google pressure switch adjustment. Super simple to do. I know how to do it. I think it's just a screw on there. but I'm going to call and get his opinion before I start monkeying with it. That's a good idea, I think. Country View Acres channel, second marriage, great channel. Cool. So he's on his second marriage. Hi from Pilot Mountain. Beautiful up there at Pilot Mountain. That's called Mount Pilot in Andy Griffith terms. It is beautiful. Back when I used to race bicycles, I was a big mountain bike racer back in the day. That was my farm back then. I would probably bike about 35 hours a week, and I made it up to a level called Category 1 on the mountain bike. I was a collegiate road cyclist back in the day, and used to go up there to Hanging Rock and just go up the mountain, down the mountain, up the mountain, down the mountain. We call it hill repeats, and I would just hammer as hard as I could up that mountain. My childbearing granny said she'd like you and your work ethic. My childbearing granny. Would you still recommend getting a track loader or renting one? How much land do you have, Patriot Ref? Like a track skid loader, like my skid steer? Clarify that. And how much land do you have? I use a skid loader. That's an indispensable item. Items I would not want to get rid of ever. The skid steer and the Ventrac. There goes that water again. Yeah. Those are two items that I would not want to get rid of. You can't move earth as good with a farm tractor as you can with a skid loader. It's designed for that. Josh would love to hear you play the guitar. You call it front porch picking or picking on the porch. Yeah. Sooner or later. Wonder if Barney Fife's grandchildren are deputies in Mayberry. That's funny. 124 acres. You'll never regret buying a skid steer, and I wouldn't get a tired one. I would get a track skid steer. Search around and don't buy somebody's old, worn-out piece of junk. Hey, bro, what you doing? Don't buy somebody's old, worn-out piece of junk. Buy something nice. That's my thoughts. AD 101. She's 75, likes long walks in the park, romantic dinners. She loves the farm life, Josh. I'm sorry, but 75 is a little out of my age bracket, bro. Just a little out of my age bracket. John Loans says, what happened to that cowboy hat you used to wear back in the day? It's a straw hat. Every year that straw hat gets thrown away. It's sitting in the back of one of my little Honda Elements right now. I wear it sometimes out here working, and I wear it when I go down the river with the boys. Guitar playing by the Stony Ridge Falls. We'll see. Whenever I play guitar on the live stream, it never sounds very good. The sound doesn't come through very well. So I'm a little ashamed. Ryan Rush says, I just bought 65 acres out in Kings Mountain. Lumber was harvested about 20 years ago. What equipment would you recommend to clear? Track loader, Mini X, or backhoe? Hire it done. That's what I recommend you to do. You will waste more time and money trying to do it yourself. If anything, a large excavator with a track loader or a bulldozer to come through and clear off what you want to clear is a great idea. But you can't rent it and do it cheaper than you can hire somebody to do it. The only reason that I am able to rent machinery here and do the land clearing, like the land that's cleared back here behind me, is because my buddy Frank rents it for an entire month at like $7,000. And I basically pay him for a week, or Frank's already earned his money. It's cheaper for him to rent it for a month than it is for him to rent it for 2 weeks. So he rents it for a month, and sometimes he just doesn't have a use for it. And that's how I ended up getting it. And I just paid Frank to help him offset the rental. Meg's Little House in the Country says, hi, Josh. Been a while since I popped in, and yes, I'm thinking pressure switch. I've had mine replaced a couple times over in the last 27 years. Good to know. Try using an iRig stream, and your live music audio will be greatly. Gotcha. It's a royal pain in the butt without somebody around me to help with the audio. It doesn't work out very well for a live stream with music. Maybe an intro song or whatever, but that's about it. Stand by, watch the big boys, and get ready to fence. Yeah. Josh, are you still using that Reolink Go PT Link camera? It's the Reolink PTZ. Yeah, I've got 5 cameras throughout the farm. I can check virtually every single pasture on the farm. There's one up on the top of the hill here. There's one in the pasture where we just moved hay bales to a little bit ago. There's one down by the gate. That's 1, 2, 3. There's one in the big field across the farm, and then there's one down in the valley in the bottomland. So yeah, I still use those. Those cameras don't last forever. They're a solar charged camera, and the battery simply doesn't last forever. So they get a little quirky after about 3 years, and you're going to have to replace them. They're about $150 a camera. But yeah, I still use them, and that's on a cellular data plan that costs $10 a month. So still use them. I don't SIM card. I think the SIM card it's a micro SIM card from T-Mobile. Just tell them you want a security camera card or a game camera card. 98 likes, 205 people in here. What do you guys think? Can you hit that button? Give it a click. If you're on the computer or on your TV, I think you can still hit the like button. Whatever happened to the trespassers was caught making... I don't know that we caught anybody doing that. But this is a place for babies. Time for some more kickstart. Oh, more coffee. Sorry, Dave. I'm trying to pick up on what you're saying. We're going to hang out for about 5 more minutes. If you have any other questions or anything, we're going to keep it rolling for a little while longer. Has the game wardens walked your property unannounced? No. There's one. Apparently, there's only one game warden for like 3 counties around here. So, yeah, apparently that's it. They're not really after people on private property so much as they're after people not recording their deer or their turkey or their bear or whatever it is they harvest, not reporting their harvest appropriately, not following the laws. I think you're more likely to get in trouble with the game warden around here at the processor. So if you take your deer to the processor, you definitely better have a tag for that deer. So, do you think you'll later open the farm up for visits? I want to have a farm day, but I can't do it with just me. I just can't do it with just me. I've got to have a village. I need people to help. Imagine having farm day and having 100 people up here to the farm, taking them around, showing them the farm, doing a tour, maybe eating, having a little farm to table thing right here in the outdoor kitchen. Imagine that with just one person. I need help. I need help. I mean, that's just it. My dad, Ron, said, "Hey, happy Father's Day." I'm a cow daddy. Yep. It's so nice to be able to watch you live, Josh. I don't usually come on as much as I used to, but it's still good to see you, Ellen. So why aren't you watching? Why aren't people watching as much as they used to? I don't know why. The same things are going on. There's just new stuff. I don't create this fake drama that you see on a lot of like homesteading channels. I also don't walk around. I don't want to take you guys out into the yard every morning and see the chickens and see the goats and see the cows and see the dog. And I want to do stuff. I want to build stuff. I want to build a race car. I want to build some fences. I want to take you and show you a task, what I did, like putting grass seed down right here. So I don't know. Farm day equals porta potty. I've got a porta potty. I had one out here. How's the Honda Element doing? It's doing well. I have 4 Honda Elements. It is an addiction. It's not really an addiction. They're great little cars, and they're decent on gas, and they last forever. I've got one with 30,000 miles on it. It's a 2007. There went that pump again. It's a 07. So I got one that's wrecked right now. Flying trampoline. Flew out of the back of a pickup truck, flew up in the air, and bam, smacked the front of my Honda. Kind of grass did you plant? So back here behind us, I planted, you're going to see the video coming soon, but I planted some millet, and I planted some fescue and some annual ryegrass. See you, Mike. Laughed at this place for babies. Hope the same for you at with, huh? David Mack laughed at something. This is a place for babies. I hope the same for and with you, Josh. Little ones for offspring. What? No idea what you're saying, bro. No idea. Re-say that. I have no idea. Proofread before you post it. If it doesn't make any sense to you, it definitely ain't gonna make no sense to me. Tina and Dell's page. The everyday stuff help build your channel. Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think I've never ever been just walking around looking at the chickens and the cows. It's just not. I don't have children to take advantage of on my channel either. You know, like, oh, look at my kids. Look at how cute. Oh, they're so cute. Everybody, let's follow the kids around. That's not me. That's just not me. Even if I had children here on the farm, I'm not going to shove a camera in their face and use them to get my views. I wouldn't. I don't think. I don't know. I just want to show cool stuff being built and cool projects. That's what I enjoy doing. Construction projects and stuff like that. Cooking. Building, growing, showing how I do the cows. So, yeah. K9 Striker, how's the area behind the mega shop? It's all cleaned off, man. I've got a sprinkler running over there. I've got to move it here in just a second. Have you seen Team Hunt the Front dirt track race? They are winners. I don't know who those people are. I've never been to a dirt track race. Have you heard of planting into cereal rye, then crimping the rye to build soil? Philip the Wise. I have, absolutely. But what we're doing here is building the soil also. Yeah, so I probably won't be doing that. Seed comes at a massive expense, and the time it takes to get seed growing and get it in the ground. The real problem with the farm here is low nutrient content in the soil and bad pH. It's too acidic. The pH of the soil here is like 4.2. So, yeah. Sorry, man. I know you want wife and kids. Go find a great wife and have some kids. Sorry, man. We'll be all right. We're going to make it. You ever going to finish Popcorn the Jeep? Yep, I am. Many other projects in the midst, but the Jeep, really, I've just got to paint it. I have a spray booth, an inflatable spray booth. I've got a shop compressor coming to put in this shop, so we'll fire up the inflatable spray booth, get it lit up in there, and hopefully sand down the Jeep and get it painted and get it all slapped back together. So, David Mack, I appreciate your sentiment there, buddy. David Mack says, sorry, man, I know you want a wife and kids. I pray you'll find a great wife and have some kids. Sorry, man. Yeah, I ain't feeling sorry for myself about that. That's just life. So Philip the Wise says, look up Dr. Gant Woods. He can explain it better. What are we talking about? Have you heard of planting cereal rye and crimping it? I know about it. I mean, I totally know about it. We visited a farm, my buddy Lane, that I bought some hay from and that I bought the straw from. That's what he does. So he uses a roller crimper to build soil, but that's on cropland, not so much grazing land. So we can't really sacrifice our fescue for growing a cereal grain. So, do you do anything with the Bronco? Yeah, I got it running and it's sitting in there right now. It's got applewood in it. It's going to come. It'll be out, but I just don't have it done yet. Don't have the time to get in there and work on it yet. Yeah. Fire off the questions here, guys. What we got? Some of them are starred. What does star mean? Michael Blum sends a $10 super chat. Mike Wilson sent a $10 super chat. Andrew sends $2. Thomas Robinson sends a $4.99. One hay bale. Yeah, right. One hay bale. That's $47, brother. $47. I don't know. Did your comments freeze up? Seems like your comments froze up. Phil the Wise says, well, I got to head off, get my day started. A lot of people are doing that. How'd your experiment go when you recently sprayed a couple of your pastures? It went well, but we got to have rain. We just don't have rain. And the better the nutrient quality in the pastures with that NutriGrace product, the better the pastures do. I actually had to go in and we put another soil amendment in there, which was really high in nitrogen. And we really got a good return, a good yield. Going to the beach, John, I'm jealous. Farm looks great, thank you. Still going here, says fix the rust bucket. Shouting at clouds. North Carolina is great. You should check out Haley Deegan Race. She's your neighbor. Watch a race. I might go down to Bowman Gray Stadium tonight. You guys heard of Bowman Gray? The Madhouse? Maybe going down there tonight. I don't know. We'll see what goes on. Looks like your pal behind you on the floor has decided that it's nap time. Is it nap time? It's always nap time. Thank you for all that you post. Thank you. I have a sprinkler going on the peas and okra. Time to move it. I tell you, you really should be putting the sprinkler, and I should really be putting the sprinkler out at night. It's right before the sun goes down, hit it, let it soak in, because it's going to dry out during the day today, for sure. I got to go work on that pressure switch. Well, guys, thank you all so much for joining me here. We did almost a 2-hour live stream. It's been great. The cows are fed this morning. We got hay bales moved. The garden looks great. Don't need to water it. Got a water going back here behind the shop. Got a cool video tomorrow. Please check it out. I surprised my dad with something really awesome for Father's Day. I think you guys are really going to love it. That video will be out first thing in the morning. So when you wake up, get on the toilet, sit down, relax, get your cup of coffee. Get on the toilet. Just sit down on the couch, relax, and have a good Sunday. Check us out before church on Sunday. Thank you guys so much for joining me. We've got Plague of Badgers, Chris, and Fix the Rust Bucket, Chris. Thank you so much for being in here. Have a great day, guys. Me and Buddy, we got work to do. We got to go put a new window in the cast loader. I busted the window out of it. See you guys next time. Have a great day. Woo! Give me a woo.